Aditya Nowotny, Network Marketing Mastery.pro. Hello from San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. Today's topic: how do you adapt to changes? How do you adapt to innovation? How serious do you take them? How easy is it for you? How useful is it for you? Do you even need to adapt? And what should you adapt to? Interesting study. Here's my 3 takes on this. Number 1, social media. Social media is very important in today's world. It means that you reach many people and you have a lot of leverage and you reach them day and night. Now, some social media are quite static, like Pinterest. It's just like a pin board. You just pin it and it stays there, and you pin a few more pins and it stays there, and people can come across it and it can bring you new prospects. However, more dynamic or most dynamic is, for example, Snapchat, where you're constantly online. Basically, you're producing a 24-hour reality show about yourself. Now, does this suit you? From the most static, like Pinterest, to the most dynamic, like Snapchat, where are you positioned? What fits your personality? Also, what fits your product? What fits your service? So in the golden middle, you would find Facebook for the general population and Instagram for the younger population, and of course, YouTube for everyone. So my immediate advice to you is stay with YouTube and Facebook, but you can adapt either Snapchat or Periscope, or if you're more static, Periscope. And how do you do that? You make yourself aware of how the dynamic works, and you see how you reach people and which people you reach. There's nothing worse than investing a lot of time and it doesn't suit you. It doesn't suit your positioning and you don't reach the right target audience. This is why the proper social media has to be well chosen. It has to be congruent with you. It has to be congruent with your message. It has to be congruent with your product. It has to be congruent with your service. It has to be congruent with your audience. So that's about social media. And the second thing is skills. Personal skills, skills from human being to human being. We have a lot of development in the last 30 years, and it's important to stay in touch with the newest trainers, with the newest coaches, and with what they are developing. Of course, it develops out of older concepts and older coaching systems, but it's constantly being updated and revised. Humankind is progressing very fast right now. So it's very important you stay up to date with, let's say, the most important 5 or 10 personal trainers, influencers, marketers, social media experts, and whoever it is that fits your niche. Number 3, apart from all this, staying in touch, staying on the cutting edge with social media, for example. And maybe you should do a Periscope every day and you should constantly Snapchat. Maybe that fits you and maybe that's exactly what your audience likes. So this is very important to decide for yourself. But besides these cutting edge things, and you never know what's cutting edge in the next 2 years, besides that, there is something that always stays the same, and that is human nature. And it hasn't really changed in the last 10,000 years. Case in point, storytelling. Now, 10,000 years ago, on the campfire, there was storytelling. Like nowadays, we have storytelling on the internet, storytelling on YouTube, storytelling on Snapchat or Facebook. So the medium has changed, but the theme has not changed. Storytelling is something ingrained in the human DNA. So you've got to become good in storytelling. You have to find out what really touches people. You have to become an authentic storyteller. First of all, practice makes perfect, but also make yourselves aware of elements of good storytelling. To put it in action steps, number 1, choose the 3 social media that suit you. Be aware that streaming live video becomes more and more important in Facebook, in YouTube. So Periscope, let's say, has started the trend, but this becomes an important pillar of social media marketing. But choose the 3 social media, don't do 5 or 10, it's too much. You have to always be aware of the cost and the efficiency. If it costs too much time and it doesn't really bring you so much, then don't do it. But choose 3 social media that are congruent with you, with your message, with your product, with your service, and with your audience. Second, interpersonal skills, behavioral skills, and the whole development in coaching and human development. Very important. Keep an eye on that. Be up to date with the 5 or 10 most important trainers and influencers of today. Thirdly, what never changes should be as important to you as what changes. One example, most important example, because it's the same for the last 10,000 years, storytelling. So learn the elements of good storytelling. Become a good storyteller, and it starts by telling stories. Practice makes perfect. The more stories you tell, the better you become in it. And of course, not storytelling like, oh, I just made up a story. No, it has to be authentic. It has to be genuine. It has to be real. But I think that's clear to you anyway. So these were the 3 action steps. Look forward to connecting to you in the near future, either on social media or in a workshop, or personally, maybe we sit by the campfire and tell each other stories. Who knows? And if you have any questions, please leave your comment below. Any questions, comments are welcome. I might react to them in one of the future videos. I wish you all the success, all the happiness, and all the progress that network marketing can bring to you. See you next time. Aditya, Nowotny, networkmarketingmastery.pro.